stream. This is going to be my last one for at least 2 days. This one's going to be an animated Marvel movie instead of DC, and it's one I haven't done yet. It's the Lionsgate version of Doctor Strange. Yes, so Sorcerer Supreme. This is an animated movie from the 2000s before the other Doctor Strange movie came out in 2016. So let's get started. This is not on Disney Plus. That's why it's hard to find. It's Lionsgate released these. Ultimate Avengers 2, the next Avengers, yeah. They're all done by Lionsgate, a different company entirely. And I haven't seen this movie in years. Lower the volume here. And once again, this is not for kids. This is a PG-13 for action, violence, and some frightening images. Yeah, because Doctor Strange has some really dark imagery, like Batman. So pay attention to the ratings that these movies get before you let your kids watch it. You know, because I saw kids seeing Deadpool in the theater, and I'm like, why? They're not supposed to be here. R rating means restricted for people under 17. And again, parents do not care anymore. They think that a movie is for all ages. Yeah, if it's G rated or maybe PG, but not PG-13 or R. And definitely not NC-17. But people don't know how to read. It's like taking your kid to see Aura last year. No, it's not meant for them. It's going to scar them. Just because something is animated or is a comic book movie does not mean it's a kid's movie. There it is. Look at these characters. It looks like the creature from Eternals, which, no, the Eternals never got an animated movie like this from Lionsgate. They did get an animated movie a few years ago. They said it's better than the 2021 movie, but I doubt it because I'm like, they're just boring. They're boring characters. Strange at least proved that he could carry his own movie. And while he's not going to be in Avengers Doomsday, hey, he'll be back in Secret Wars. Secret Wars is going to have like 200 characters. I almost guarantee it. Because these characters have been around for a while. At least this movie is shorter than Eternals, because all these Marvel animated movies are shorter than Eternals. Nothing animated needs to be 2.5 hours. I haven't seen this movie in years, man. All of this feels new to me because I haven't seen this since like the 2000s. This didn't have a commentary, no, so there's a featurette. Hey, heterosexual guy. Since this is a Doctor Strange movie, I'll say that unlike Multiverse of Madness, this movie doesn't put in a gay couple. Oh yeah, that wasn't needed. That was the one thing in Multiverse of Madness that could have easily been cut out for time's sake. They did that so the movie would not get $1 billion. Liz Olsen is not the problem. It's not even the darker tone or Sam Raimi's direction. It's, yeah. Why does America Chavez have to be gay? What does that add to the MCU? Nothing. Because she's not even in the MCU right now. And having two mothers is stupid. It's like what they did in The Loud House with Clyde. He could have had one father, or a mother and a father, or just an adopted parent. You don't need this hoopla. It's not needed, guys. There's Stephen Strange. When they did that, it was completely forced. I'm like, why did you put this in a movie that has nothing to do with that has nothing to do with Doctor Strange? You know? And I don't hate the character. I just don't like that they have to make her gay. Just like Iceman or Green Lantern or some other characters. Like even Harley Quinn, they made her bisexual for no reason. No reason except to pander to a group of people that I could care less, guys. Most of the time. I said I'm only attracted to bisexual women, usually because at least I have a chance with one. Queer, I don't know. Lesbian, not a chance. A tranny, no, because I don't go after people that are fake. I go after the real gender, not the real deal. I don't believe in fakery. You can't fool me. I know the difference between this and this. Well, this. Get my Captain Marvel poster. Yeah, I know the difference, guys. I'm not an idiot. Mordo, yeah. Why don't they never even use them in the MCU? Like here, they use them a lot in two movies, and Chawal Ajiafor is a cameo. He should have been the main villain, but in the first movie, the main villain is Mads Mikkelsen's character. I forgot what his name was. And then the second one is Wanda's. You know, dark powers, the dark essence of her. They're always doing that. In Doctor Strange 3, can we please have a villain that's actually on screen? If it's I don't know if Charlize Theron is the villain or she's a hero. I don't know. She was at the end of the second movie in the post credits stinger. I was like, I was confused because I'm like, man, she's a big name actress to be in just a cameo in Multiverse of Madness. It still holds up. I heard the commentary on Disney Plus I think a month ago, and it's a good movie. I wish they could cut some stuff out. Here we go, Doctor Strange. Because I don't know with Charlize, you know, she's played villains before. Snow White and the Huntsman, which is a better movie than the new Snow White. Even though Kristen Stewart's a terrible Snow White because she's always and doing that British accent. Yeah, that's terrible. And she was also the villain in Monster, where she won an Oscar. The main character is the villain because she's a serial killer who likes to sleep with women. Yeah. Because Furiosa is an anti-hero. She's not a villain. I know. I saw the Furiosa movie, the prequel. I'm going to see I will see Fury Road, but when I review it, I do not want to hear it from you, Josh, saying this movie's a masterpiece. I've heard it all before. I've seen the clips of the movie. It does look appealing, but the thing is, it's a 90% foreign cast. So that's going to bother me, especially when Max is played by a British guy that does weird voices and cartoon voices and grunts. It's weird. He should have just not been cast in the first place. Tom Hardy. Doctor Strange has always been a likable character to me. DC has a Doctor Strange, but this Doctor Hugo Strange, he's a villain. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking on Facebook today, Josh. I need a break. Sorry, but I need a break because this is my last podcast for the. I'm gonna do another one Sunday. I'm not doing one tomorrow. I'm going out. So hold on. It's a good movie. The voice acting is really good, and the yeah. As you know, you shouldn't say that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think the voice acting is good here, even though it's not like a bunch of famous people voicing them. I already gave you suggestions, Josh. I gave you every suggestion in the world last year, and you said, no, this is too long, or this is too woke, or this is too whatever. I don't make excuses. I take the movie and I rewatch it, and that's it. Or an episode, like a Full House or something. I don't make excuses. I'm not using a laptop, I'm using my phone. and my portable DVD player. I can even use the Switch because I can watch movies on YouTube there. Because there's a lot of movies on YouTube for free with ads. Ads are not a deal breaker. 10 minutes in. This is Bryce Johnson is the voice of Doctor Strange. You got some regulars here. You got Kevin Michael Richardson. He's a voice. Tara Strong, who's not Harley Quinn this time because this is Marvel. And Fred Tatasciore, who does the Hulk in some... When Chloe Coleman said that in Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, I cried. It still makes me cry because I'm invested. Why am I going to judge girls in a podcast if it's your podcast? I don't care if you do a podcast with freaking The Hobo. She's the worst thing to ever appear in cinema, and you know it. In this version, he doesn't get into a car accident and breaks his hands. I think it burns his hands. And you would think a character that has to deal with people in the hospital would be like, would scare me, but it's very trippy. I need to see the 70s version of Doctor Strange. There's a 70s movie that came out I never seen. I'm not going to compare it to the new one because that actor is gay that plays Doctor Strange. The one from the 1970s. I'm not going to say nothing, Josh. You do you and I do me. Because we're not the same people. I'm completely different. I'm older than you. I've experienced more, and I go see people in person. I don't just see them behind a computer. I get it. Again, this isn't Spider-Man. Why are there Hispanics in this movie? I forgot. One live stream, maybe do one. I'm not scaring anybody. I'll show people how I feel. That's the one thing in this movie I think could have been cut because I'm like, yeah, that wasn't even. There was also Spanish in Multiverse of Madness for some reason because America Chavez is Spanish. You get it? Yeah, Marvel has to beat it over your head sometimes. That's when there's something like that. I mean, look at what Sony did with Miles. It's way too much, especially in the second movie. Oh my God, it was too much. First, you got Oscar Isaac there voicing Spider-Man 2099. Then you have Miles, and then you have his parents. I'm like, guys, I get it. He's Puerto Rican. I get it. We all get it. Jeez. Well, let's get back to the slide. There's Tara Strong. Yeah, I don't remember this movie too much. People said these Lionsgate movies suck. I'm like, no, they're decent for what they are. They're not the MCU, but they're a lot shorter, and they focus on one character, not 45. Without my movies, my physical media player, you need one, Josh. A laptop or a damn tablet. The girls are not a problem. You want to focus on a girl you like, that's fine. If I do a podcast with Karen, I don't want to hear it in the inbox. If not, I'll shut the chat off. Because if I do the Jumanji sequels or Guardians 3, I don't want to be like, I'm not going to do that because she's already married and already has a child. So she's taken. I'm focusing on the girls that are single. That's more what I want. Sadie Sink isn't married yet, and she's young and sweet and a redhead. Or Caitlin Dever, or even Lizzie Green. Here's the scene. It's 12 o'clock already, 12:05. Here it comes. 15 minutes in. That is creepy, man. This is really trippy. So he does have a car accident, but it's not the same as the movie, though. Yeah, he did get into a car accident, but it's not the same car accident as in the movie. It's different because in that one he was texting somebody. See, his hands get crushed in this one too, but it's a little different though. It's not the exact same thing because he has hallucinations in this one. hmm This is not beat for beat the 2016 movie, which I did a podcast for. It's a good movie. Because Lionsgate released these, and they're not going to be on Disney Plus because Disney Plus doesn't own Lionsgate. Yep, his hands are busted. Yeah, this is more adult. It's not laughs and goof off like other Marvel cartoons. All that's left is his thumb. I don't know what I would do without my hands because I do everything with my hands. He could barely use his hands. And I get it. These characters have to suffer. I get it. No, I could see that later. Francesca Capaldi, she could do it if she has a sweet voice for it. I haven't seen her in anything in a while. It's got to be somebody younger than Ben Schwartz because it wouldn't make sense if she's older than him. Because in the game she's younger than Sonic. She looks younger. hmm I get it. Berlin. No, in the live action movie, it's in Asia somewhere, like Tibet or something like that. Yeah, I forgot, but it was in Asia. The Ancient One is not in this movie. His hands are shattered. The Peanuts movie, yeah. I know how it is. Because when I had to get my tooth taken out, it took months to get that over with. That's what I feel for this character, because I don't want to lose my hands. I want to keep them until I die. That's why I don't play with dangerous, sharp objects or explosives. You saw he gets suicidal, but no, Steven, you're a big part of the MCU, so that's never the answer. Never. Even Luke got another hand when he lost his hand in Empire Strikes Back. Oh, Wong, but he looks older in this version. At least they made him an Asian man. Tibet, yeah, just like in the live action one. Yeah, there's no ancient. I don't think the ancient one is in this one, and it's not some bald lady, that's for sure. Because that wasn't even needed. Marvel sometimes they cast the wrong people to play these roles. With Strange, they did well because Benedict Cumberbatch sold me. It's good. It's good acting. See, they don't have time for jokes in this movie because this isn't Tony Stark. There it is, the snow. It is a little different though. This is not a shot for shot like when Marvel did their movie. They had some inspiration from this film and the comics, but this is his own thing. Wong is not, like he's not his sidekick here. He just gave him the map to. There's the map. I get it, Doctor Strange. I get it. There it is. This music is really good. See, there's some non-MCU movies I can do. that have nothing to do with the MCU. They're their own stories, and it's animated instead of live action. Another begins. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's not a woman this time, because that just looked weird. Is the Harry Potter of the MCU? I know I said that. The movie was like Inception meets. Yeah, he can float in this version, like Yoda. Yeah, they took a lot of inspiration from this animated film. Except the ancient one is done better here than they actually got an Asian man, not a British woman with a bald head that looks like the Avatar. Yeah, that was weak, Marvel. You whitewashed the character. You didn't just race. You didn't just uh, change the gender of the character. You didn't gender flip it. You changed the race of the character, and it's freaking stupid. Oh, but Tilda Swinton's a good actress. Not in that movie. There's a reason they killed her off so easily in the film. Like halfway through, she's dead, and Strange has to do the rest of the movie on his own mostly. They don't know that he's a villain. Baron, Barons are usually villains. They got these dogs or wolves or something like that. We'll do a film regardless of length. Yeah, no, I'm doing this one because it's short. It's not 2 hours long. Even the Doctor Strange movie was like an hour and 50 some minutes. It wasn't 2 hours. With the end credits, yeah. Because sometimes the post credit scene in a Marvel movie means nothing. Because in Eternals, the post credit scene was useless. Both of them. The first one was with Firefox or whatever his name is, Star Fox, and he's played by freaking Harry Styles, who can't act. And then the second one was gonna. They said Blade was there, but they didn't show Blade because we saw Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine. You're not gonna do better than that. Sorry. They cast Mahershala Ali for nothing. They're like, damn it, man. We still love Wesley Snipes as Blade. Yeah, they do. They took too long. They should have done a Blade movie like right after Endgame, but they waited too long. See, man. At least this movie I know is not long. It's definitely not no 2 hours and 10 minutes. Dormammu, you remember that? Mm-hmm. Because Lizzie, I know there's something inside of her I want to see in a major franchise. Because she's done stuff for Nickelodeon a lot. Now it's time to move on to something bigger than that. A flashback. It's a lot of heart. Marvel knows how to do that really well, and DC when they try. Because with Lizzie, I'm so attracted to her. I did one podcast for her. See, I can always find a movie with somebody if I look hard enough. Tiny Christmas. I did that one last year in the summer. Since it was Christmas in July, I wanted to do some Christmas movies. I could do some again this year in 3 months. I have the chance because I have to do so many appointments in the spring. See, this is different than the live action movie. He didn't carry stones like this. It's hard to walk in the snow with your hands. Imagine without being able to lose your hand. Yeah, he's not wearing a coat. It's hard to walk in the snow without a coat or some kind of like snowsuit. There's no April in the movie because Rachel McAdams' character wasn't named April, right? No, she wasn't. I know. Or his sister, I know that. Here we go. A portal. Creature. When it comes to Marvel, I'm easy to please. Just give me characters I care about and a story that's engaging enough. This is different than in doing the spells like in the other movie. Here he's got to like carry rocks and pull rocks down. Hmm. I know it's not. I'm not expecting much with Thunderbolts. I know what I'm gonna get. Hmm. Tornadoes. The creature. We're 43 minutes in, so we're about halfway through the movie. And Baron Mordo does most of the fighting he does in the movie, because Strange is just this is his origin. Green blood because it's not an R rating. There's another creature. This magic is cool in the movie. Yep, the creature's gone. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope, because you're a villain. In this version, he's sick. In the live action movie, is a woman, and she crashes through glass and dies. I'm like, wow, that was weak. It's a good animated film. Yeah, I think it works well. Not really, no. Thor did. I don't need this. It's just a business envelope. There we go. Here we go. We're 49 minutes in, about around now. Yeah. The bone of scone. The what? I'm. Whoa. Them's fighting words. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, Wong trains him in this version. It's a little bit different. Also, they don't have the astral projection like they do in the films because that was done, for so that the effects people could, have something to do besides, twist reality and all that and the buildings. Look at those eyes. So much with those eyes. It's a shave, yeah. Yep, he willed a blade and it appeared. Blade also had an animated movie, I think, or something like that back in the day, but I missed that one. I gotta see it sometime so I can review it. There we go. There's the look. He cut that beard off and got the goatee and the mustache. And also, I do appreciate this is hand drawn, not CGI, because hand drawn is not dead. In Japan, they still do a lot of animes with real hand drawn animation, because I think it looks better. Because everything is CG now; it looks too digital. Films, why you think movies are not getting good reviews now and they're bombing? Because they look too cartoonish. They look too digital. They don't look like they're actually there. Even that Keke Palmer movie that came out in January, there's nothing digital in that movie. It's her and this other black girl trying to, get by. And it worked. And I'm going to see that on Netflix next week. Because I love Keke Palmer. You know me. Black girls are my weakness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Nexus. That's a cool visual. It's not as crazy as the 2016 movie was really visually crazy. Don't ever see that movie while you're high because you're not going to understand what's going on. Because it's really trippy. Both movies, the 2016 movie and Multiverse of Madness. Also, there's no time stone here. The Infinity Stones are not mentioned here because it's not the Infinity Saga. We know. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to eat better because I ate so many sweets in the winter time. This visual style, I do like this animation really, really a lot. It's well done. Because I see some of these animated movies that come out now. Some of them are good. Pixar still can do great animation and DreamWorks, but some of them just look like a bad video game. Like some of the things on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He looks like the Nightmare King from the Little Nemo movie. Mm-hmm. See, this is not a kid's cartoon. Mm-hmm. Bryce Johnson does a good job as Doctor Strange. His voice really carries the movie. Excuse me, I need some water. I'm doing these franchises because I'm going to Comic Con in 2 months, Josh. June 7th. I'm not going to be here, so no podcast No live streams, no chats. I won't be here all day. Yikes. That's dark. I'm doing all this nerdy stuff because Comic Con is on its way. I don't have room Comic Con. Yes, you do. There's one in Tennessee. You just can't go to it because you can't afford it. There is one in Tennessee. There's got to be one. They do all these cons all over the country. It's not like you live in Alaska or Hawaii where they rarely do con. Tennessee is a state in the South. They do podcast. They do a lot of events there. You just got to look. Did he just use the force on her? They didn't use the because I'm going to a Comic Con. I already got my badge. I'm going in June. The New York Comic Con, the announcements are going to be in May, so I'll know who's going, and I can't wait to see it. Yeah, here comes the trippy eye thing again. Yeah, they do that a lot in this movie. If you're not a fan of looking into someone's eyes, yeah, this is going to disturb you. And there's no America Chavez in this story. The last time she was in an animated series was Marvel Rising, and that failed. They're being disturbed. That's why they won't wake up. Also, this one doesn't take place in New York City like this Doctor Strange movie from 2016. A swarm. This imagery is really, really captivating. It's like a mix of an anime and it's got a lot of anime influences here because of the Asian culture and all that, and early Lionsgate stuff, yeah, as well. Yep, another city scene. There's not a lot of blood in the movie, but there's a lot of disturbing imagery. So I would not advise your kids to watch this. Yep, see, it reduced a man to a skeleton in a matter of seconds. He's such a good character, man. He really is. That's why he got two movies. Not everybody did. The Eternals will never get a sequel. Why? They're not interesting. They're boring. If they're Celestials, how come they can die? That makes no freaking sense. That's like saying, I'm immortal and then I die. Yeah, it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah. Here we go. Third act spot time. Now I know what the running time of this movie is when it's done. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in many years. Because the Thor movie I saw a couple of years ago, I heard the commentary during the pandemic, so it's like, yeah, well, There's a little bit of CG, but it's not. It doesn't overtake the movie. It's mostly hand-drawn animation. Yep, reduce the bones. Like a piranha. Uh, they can't touch him. See, that's a little bit of CG, yeah. Nope. They ate you alive. Man, he died so badly, he wasn't even reduced to bones. These creatures were not in the 2016 movie. Good stuff. That's why I have to keep this, because this will never be on Disney Plus. Because Lionsgate doesn't have a streaming service. Yeah. See, there's not everything is on Disney Plus. I told my parents that. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of content from Marvel that's not on there. A lot. Where's the 2004 Punisher? That's a Lionsgate release, isn't it? Yeah. Or the Punisher Warzone, or the 1989 movie. None of that is on Disney Plus. So yeah, keep your physical media. I know that's true, Josh, but I keep my physical. I don't throw it away. I only donate things that I don't need. Yep, he kills the Ancient One. In this version, it's a murder, not with the other version. She falls through glass and dies. I'm like, yeah, that was weak. Even if it was played by a man, that was still a weak death. You go through glass. You're supposed to be hundreds of years old, and then you just fall through glass here. At least the Ancient One dies at the end, not halfway through the movie. See, there's good acting. The voice acting, top notch, guys. This would rival DC's recent stuff because it's not play. They actually get voice actors, not celebrity voices that can't voice act. Just saying, these people can act. Yeah, the Eye of Agamotto. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Hell yeah, buddy. This movie's good. Yeah. I have a lot of films because I've been collecting DVDs since 2002, Josh. That was before I even met you. That was before I was on YouTube. 10 years before. And I was like, these are going to come in handy. They got me through a lot of boring, long trips on planes and in my car, in my dad's car, and also in college, at home. Yeah, the DVDs got me through a lot in the past 23 years. And Blu-rays when I got those eventually by 2011. I don't throw anything away. I keep things because this is my treasure. These Marvel movies that are animated are treasure. I found them at a Blockbuster and I said, these are going to be worth a fortune one day. And who knows, maybe the voice actors will go to Comic-Con. And they did. I can't collect everything. I can't either. But when I can find a good deal, it'll be mine. Hell yeah, buddy. This is good. This is good stuff, man. And they're telling a story. See? One man story, not 45. Focus on one character. If it's a team like the Avengers or the Justice League, for DC or the Guardians, focus on them. Don't focus on 85 other characters you don't care about. Because you and Sean are like, oh, I can't find deals. I find them every day. I just need to get a movie in good condition. Whether it's brand new or used, it's got to be in a good condition. I can't buy a movie scratched to crap because it won't work. I know. That looks like Thanos' blade, yeah, from the end of Endgame. Mm-hmm. Here we go. It's magic time, baby. Yeah. Kevin Michael Richardson's voice, man, is a banger. The only voice I think he was weak in is the voice of the Joker. I didn't like his voice as the Joker. It just sounded weird. I don't know. I just didn't like the design of the Joker in the Batman cartoon from the 2000s, and his voice just didn't fit. Not because he's black, because it just didn't fit for me. He also did the voice of Trigon, you know, in Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. Great voice actor. I would love to meet him. Bats. It's not hard. It's only hard because even in a major city, a lot of places don't sell physical media anymore. Best Buy and Target got rid of their physical media last year. Damn, he has a big mouth. I love Comic Con. It's my realm. I know you're not, Sean. You're not. Because Sean hasn't done a live stream either. Why is that so hard? You know, all you need is a device and press live, and there you go. And get on camera. I mean, you don't have to be on camera. I don't have to be on camera. I just want to show this face. I don't want to hide it. There's nothing to hide. I Because of his moving situation, well, yeah, there's no Dormammu. Dormammu, I come here to bargain. Yes. Yes, sir. This version, there's no. I've come here to bargain. No, no bargaining here because there's no time stone, so they can't do that scene. There's no. He bought the rain. Fireballs. It's 1 o'clock already. Again, Brandon, I will see that later. I get all these notifications during my live streams, and I'm gonna watch them later. I could shut them off, but I want to know who's active on YouTube and who's not. There's the eye. It was only a matter of time before I did the rest of these animated movies from Marvel. Yep, right there. Yes, it is. It's very anime style. It's like when in Dragon Ball Z when they go Super Saiyan, they start glowing. I got to see more of those in May. The Dragon Ball Z movies that were released that I missed. Because seeing all these people in costumes and things, it just excites me. Because I don't know who's gonna show up, and I got to meet my Princess Daisy at Comic Con this year. Because last year I met my Princess Peach. I told you I would, and the proof was in that picture that I took. And now I'm gonna meet Princess Daisy. Because Daisy is Luigi's girlfriend, so. And Mario's in one game in Mario Land. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen this, I would say I would get a copy of it because you're not going to find this on. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, to rent. It's good. It's a good story. See, instead of the astral projection, they did that. It's a good movie. I think this is one of the better non-Avengers movies and that's animated because it's such a compelling story and it's short. See, April Strange. When you're invested in these characters, anything could be is possible, whether it's live action or animated. That was really good. See, 73 minutes long. That was Doctor Strange from the 2000s. I recommend watching it. It's really good. Paul Nakauchi, he did the voice of Wong. They got actual Asians this time. Kevin Michael Richardson, he's always good, except as the Joker. I just don't like him as a Joker. And Michael Yama as the Ancient One. Not some British lady with a bald head. Yeah, that Suzanne Spano was Gina Atwater. Yeah, she's not from the 2016 movie. And Jonathan Adams as Dormammu. Good. He's only at the end, but it's a good movie. You also have Phil Lamar, Josh Keaton, and a bunch of others. They did a good job. Let me see if there's a stinger. Those are the actual panels from the comics. It's really cool. It's a really interesting character. I really dig Doctor Strange. I love his costume. I love his essence. His aura. And a bunch of Asians did the animation. Yeah. I want to see if there's a stinger at the end. I don't remember if there is. So 2007, yeah. So I was right. It was the mid-2000s, like a year before the MCU started. Yeah, there's no Marvel stinger at the end. Forgot this is animation, not live action. But thanks for watching, guys. Take this off. Acknowledge me, and I'm not doing a podcast tomorrow. I need a day break. And then Sunday, we're going to be doing the Death of Superman, which is going to be really, really intense. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, this was fun. Good to see a Marvel movie that's nice and short. This is actually shorter than the that other Superman movie I did by a couple minutes. Because in the back they said this was 90 minutes. No, it's not. Even with the end credits, it's not. It's 73 minutes. See you in the next one, guys.